After 17 years of being in chronic pain, Stem Cell Panama and Dr. Neil Reardon's work has literally taken me from a place of existing back to a place of living. My name's Annah, I'm 58 years old and I live in Australia. I am the owner and director of a bespoke health and wellness retreat. 17 years ago, I incurred quite a severe neck injury. Basically had 4 compressed nerves, discs that were ripped out. My bones were almost snapped in the process, and I had compression on the spinal cord. So I've lived in chronic pain for a very, very long time, and I have had probably no less than about 17 different surgeons assess me, and I'm not a candidate for surgery. 10 years ago, I looked into stem cell treatments because I was very much into regenerative medicine. A lot of the medication protocols that were recommended for me were really affecting the quality of my life and my work, so I needed to keep them at a lower level, which meant that I was most of the time in excruciating pain. I happened to be in 2019 in America at a neuroscience conference, and that's where I met a few people who said, "Have you tried stem cells?" And I said, "Well, I'm not eligible." And they said, "Well, do you know about Dr. Neil Reardon in Panama and stem cell?" So I had the good fortune of meeting a couple of people that had been treated here, and I just knew right then and there that these people were getting results. So I then made it my number one task to study Dr. Neil Reardon's book, and if I was going to go anywhere to have stem cell treatment, I was coming here. I was knocked back a few times because cervical spine was not something that Panama here told me that they treated, but then suddenly I noticed they had the frailty and aging program, and I applied again and I was accepted. After my second treatment, where I had my second IV and I had intramuscular injections around the side of my neck, I woke in the middle of the night and I coughed, and as I breathed back in, suddenly there was this massive passage of air that traveled through me, and I was like, "What the?" And I had no pain, and I thought, well, maybe I'm still on pain medication, so normally by this time it would wear off. It hadn't, and I knew the stem cells were potent. I knew that they were regenerative. I knew they were anti-inflammatory. So I went home. Not all of my pain was diminished immediately. I still found that as I then started to back off the medications, which was over about a 12 to 14 week period, I then started to really be able to assess myself and see what the effect of the stem cells was on my body. And then I went for, I would say, about 1.5 years, about 17 months, completely pain-free. From that point in time, I think that was when around my town, I was known as the Miracle Girl. And my skin was glowing, my eyes were radiating. Every time I walked down the street, they were referring to me as Wonder Woman, and everybody wanted to talk to me about cells. The first time I arrived in Panama, I was met, and after that long flight, it was an enormous relief to have somebody there with a smile with my name. Every little step was guided. Every little step was imbued with a lot of kindness and a lot of thought and a lot of preparation, which I really appreciate. The whole process of receiving the stem cells too, I wasn't new at having needles or injections, but I found it enormously comforting. I remember at the time the nurse had the IV and putting the stem cells in very slowly, but also there was just such a gentle touch. I had Dr. Lou, who's incredible. She's just amazing, very knowledgeable, very professional. What I would say to other people who's considering stem cell treatment is do your research, because I think that we're in a day and age where you can find exosomes, peptides, stem cells, and I know people have said, oh yes, they're doing stem cells here and there and so on. And I'm like, they're stem cells and they're stem cells. Something else that I wanted to say about the uniqueness of what I've experienced here at Stem Cell Panama, which really has probably more to do with the book that I've been reading of Neil's. And I'm very grateful for what he's done, for his diligence, for his persistence, his expertise, his professionalism, and his care. Because to me, it has given me back my life. And for that, I'll be eternally grateful.